guy seems to be passed out. I don't know. We're trying to find some life. A few males and females.
The Valentine's Day murder of 2015 in Austin, Texas, stands as one of the most chilling examples of how romance can mask deadly deception. Ana Ramirez, a 28-year-old professional, spent her final hours preparing for what she believed would be a magical evening with David Carter, her boyfriend of nearly a year. The promise of the evening hung in the air. Whispered hints of a possible proposal had Anna's hopes high for a night she'd remember forever. Tragically, it would indeed be unforgettable, but for all the wrong reasons. The evening began like a scene from a romantic movie. Anna had meticulously prepared her apartment, setting an elegant table complete with fine china, crystal wine glasses, and tall white candles. Text messages to friends throughout the early evening captured her excitement and anticipation. She shared photos of her outfit, her carefully prepared dinner setup, and expressed her hopes that tonight might be the night David would propose. The last communication from Anna came at precisely 10 p.m., a message that would later raise serious concerns among investigators. The text, sent to multiple friends, read simply, "Something came up. I'll talk to you tomorrow." The brevity and formal tone of this message stood in stark contrast to Anna's usually warm and detailed communication style. This single message would become a crucial piece of evidence in understanding the timeline of events. When Anna failed to appear at her workplace the following morning, a cascade of concern began. Her absence was immediately noticed. She had never missed a day of work without proper notification. Calls went straight to voicemail. Text messages remained unread. Her boss, increasingly worried, reached out to her emergency contacts. By early afternoon, police were conducting a welfare check at her apartment. The scene that greeted investigators painted a haunting picture. The dining table remained set for two, with plates of partially eaten food growing cold. Candles had burned completely down, leaving trails of wax on the pristine tablecloth. A knocked-over wine glass had left a dark red stain spreading across the white fabric, an ominous foreshadowing of the violence that had occurred. The apartment showed no signs of forced entry or struggle, suggesting Anna knew and trusted her attacker. Security footage from the apartment complex provided the first major break in the case. Cameras captured David Carter leaving the building around midnight, struggling with a large suitcase that appeared unusually heavy. This seemingly mundane detail would prove to be the key piece of evidence linking Carter to Anna's disappearance. Forensic analysis would later confirm that Anna's body had been concealed inside that suitcase, the victim of manual strangulation. The investigation quickly uncovered the dark truth behind David Carter's charming facade. He wasn't just Anna's devoted boyfriend. He was living a complete double life, including an engagement to another woman in a neighboring city. This revelation shed new light on Carter's recent behavior patterns. Friends reported that in the days leading up to Valentine's Day, he had become increasingly distant and agitated, possibly feeling the pressure of maintaining his elaborate web of lies. Investigators theorized that something during the Valentine's dinner, perhaps Anna's innocent discussion of their future together or direct questions about marriage, forced Carter to confront the inevitable collapse of his carefully constructed deception. Rather than face the consequences of his actions and the pain of revealing his true nature to either woman, he chose to permanently silence Anna. The search for David Carter lasted 14 tense days before authorities finally located him at a small motel just outside Las Vegas, Nevada. He had attempted to evade capture by dramatically altering his appearance, dyeing his hair, growing a beard, and wearing colored contact lenses. He was using a false name and had paid for his room in cash, but his efforts to disappear proved insufficient against the coordinated multi-state manhunt. The trial revealed even more disturbing details about Carter's double life. Evidence showed he had been methodically planning his exit strategy for weeks, gradually moving money into hidden accounts and researching places to disappear. The premeditated nature of his actions, combined with the brutal method of murder, led to a swift conviction for first-degree murder. The judge handed down a life sentence without the possibility of parole. The case of Ana Ramirez serves as a stark reminder of how appearances can be deceiving and how vulnerable people can be, even in seemingly stable relationships. The very holiday, meant to celebrate love, became the backdrop for a horrific act of violence, transforming a romantic dinner into a crime scene. The carefully arranged table, burned-out candles, and wine-stained tablecloth created a particularly poignant image that haunted investigators and spoke to the sudden shift from romance to violence. This tragic story continues to resonate with law enforcement and domestic violence advocates as a powerful example of how skilled manipulators can maintain multiple lives while presenting a convincing facade of devotion and sincerity. The case has been used in training materials to help officers recognize warning signs and understand the importance of thoroughly investigating domestic incidents, even when surface appearances suggest nothing amiss. The impact of this Valentine's Day murder extended far beyond the immediate tragedy, serving as a sobering reminder that domestic violence and deception can hide behind even the most romantic facades. Ana Ramirez's story stands as a warning about the potential dangers lurking beneath superficial charm and the importance of trusting our instincts when something feels amiss in a relationship.